Welcome to the Out of Capes podcast for The Flash Season 1, Episode 18, titled All-Star Team Up. This is a weekly podcast focusing on CW's The Flash series. I'm your co-host, Staffa.
And I'm Eric.
How's it going, Eric?
I'm good.
All right, so the way how this episode is structured, this podcast episode is structured, is that we will first discuss last night's episode of The Flash. Then we're going to give it a review and rating. And after that, we're going to close out the show for people who don't want to listen to any spoilers or potential spoilers or theories and such. But after that closing, for anyone who wants to stick around, we're going to talk about all that good stuff. Spoilers, theories, everything. So let's get to it. Talk about last night's episode, All-Star Team Up. Of course, it was the second crossover episode on The Flash.
Technically.
What's that?
It's a technical crossover. One character. Two.
Well, Ray has been an Arrow character, season 3.
Yes.
And Felicity is pretty much an Arrow character,
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a crossover. So I mean, like, I feel like this episode was mainly just getting them together again, just a crossover for the sake of a crossover.
Yes.
Like right off the bat, you have Ray coming in with his Superman
reference.
Yeah. Like they had the whole bird plane thing, just most likely referencing him being in the movie Superman Returns, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I don't think he is heavy enough to like crack or destroy the sidewalk like he did.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm no physics expert, but I'm pretty sure he's not that heavy. But yeah, like
I think it was only for effect.
Yeah, true. But still, come on now. They did the same thing in the what's it, the superhero Fight Club.
Yeah.
Exact same effect. Him cracking up the place.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, like, the whole crossover episode, like, not much really happened with like Ray coming in, Felicity. I mean, it was basically, to me, it seemed like Barry was basically explaining what was happening in the last few episodes to Felicity, just for people who haven't been caught up.
Yeah.
And because of the fact that the season is wrapping up. That's what I feel like it was.
Yeah.
So nothing really new happened. Felicity comes in unexpected. Like, who travels to another city to visit a friend without even calling them ahead of time?
Felicity.
Yeah, Felicity. Come on now. Get with the times. She's supposed to be the technology person, and she doesn't know how to text or call or send a Facebook message.
Nope.
Nah. But I mean, the villain of this episode, Beth from Walking Dead.
Yep.
With her hipster glasses. Like, I didn't recognize it was her at first because of how big her glasses are.
Yes.
But I was like, that whininess sounds familiar. Ends up it's Beth from Walking Dead, and even though she's like in her early 20s, she is a a super genius engineer, just like everyone else on the show.
Yep, they're all super geniuses.
Super geniuses in their 20s, early 30s.
They're all child prodigies.
Yep. Yep, exactly, and all good looking too. None of
Yep.
them are ugly.
Nope.
Um, but yeah, like basically, I feel like she was a throwaway character, just a villain for the sake of being a villain, and just there to introduce the small technology to give Ray the idea of shrinking.
Yes, and also she is an Adam or Bug Eye Bandit is an Adam villain since Bug Eye villain is actually a guy and they just gender swapped him for the show.
Like, what about her is bug-eyed? Like they're like making fun of her glasses as if no one wears glasses on the show,
Exactly.
and then they're like, "Oh, she's bug-eyed."
Yeah. Just them trying to like loosely name the character.
hmm So yeah, that was kind of mean though, like making fun of her for wearing glasses. I mean, like, why don't they make fun of Felicity for wearing glasses?
Yeah. Because in the comic he actually like dressed like a bug.
Oh, but she
So
wasn't dressed like a bug in the show.
no.
So I mean,
Like
like, I feel like there's really not much to talk. I mean, other than Joe and his secrets.
Joe secrets. Like I
Yeah.
took like message you, I was like, Secrets, the TV show.
Yep. Exactly. I'm glad that Eddie actually like stood up to Joe. Well, I mean, for a little bit though, not
Yes.
for long, but a little bit, saying, "Hey, I disagree that keeping her in the dark is keeping her safe."
Yes.
Like, especially with Barry's secret identity being compromised to Captain Cold. Like,
Yes.
it's even more reason for Iris to know.
Yes.
Hey, Captain Cold can be going after you any second.
Yep.
But no, let's keep it secret. Let's keep her in the dark to keep her safe, because that makes sense.
Yep.
That's I feel like that is my biggest issue with this entire series. The whole keeping things secret for no reason at all. And
But it's not superheroes then if they don't keep secrets.
but like, as Eddie mentioned in the show, he was like, "Wow, everybody but Iris knows."
Yes. I saw something like they redid the introduction like to everyone except for Iris, I'm the Flash.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, this might go into a further point, but with Cisco seeing the visions of before,
hmm
do you think she'll start having visions of when Barry tells her?
I think it would be more consistent if it was more than just Cisco getting the visions. My guess, like, I really don't like how it was only Cisco getting the visions, but my guess is that he is getting the visions because he should be dead. Like, in the previous timeline, at this current moment, he should be dead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing I could come up with, but I think it should be more consistent, and other people should have like visions as well.
I mean, she could be having visions, she's just not like they're not showing it. That's the thing too.
Nah, I wouldn't accept that. Like, if unless they show it on the show, like, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this stuff's going on off screen.
Yeah.
Although the show has done stuff off screen, like capturing Spectrum.
Rainbow Raider.
Yep. Um. Yeah, like the whole secret thing. Like, I feel like Eddie is gonna spill the beans soon,
Yep.
uh, because it's he's the only one getting hurt from it.
Yep. And or it could be leading up to Iris and Eddie breaking up, thus making Iris and Barry together.
Mm-hmm.
Because Barry never tells her, always tells her everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like she's suspecting that he's cheating on her, but like there's absolutely no no evidence about it. I mean, like he's a cop. He has confidential information.
Yes, that's what I kept saying. Like thinking, I was like, he works for a place where like he can't be talk about his job per se.
Plus, she's a reporter, so
Yes,
that makes it um a conflict of interest.
exactly.
You know, she's being a bit irrational, but it's all due to Joe and his secrets.
And she's not Laurel level yet of just irrationality and logical decisions.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. But like on back to Joe and his secrets.
Yes.
Why does Joe think it's a bad idea to tell Caitlin and Cisco, especially when Cisco was the first one that he was doing the investigation with?
That's where I lost like what was going on because he, like you said, he was with Cisco investigating, so Cisco's on his side.
Yeah.
Caitlyn, I can somewhat agree because she is Caitlyn,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't understand the whole like not telling Cisco.
Yeah, and like up until the whole like timeline change, Cisco was like helping with that investigation.
Yes.
So like it makes no sense as to why Joe would all of a sudden be like, let's keep them in the dark as well. He just wants to keep everyone in the dark. It makes no sense.
I don't know.
Um so do we have anything else we want to talk about from this episode?
Yeah, we kind of talked about everything.
Yeah, there really just was not much to talk about. There's just a bunch of secrets, and Barry kind of just explaining things to Felicity for the viewers who just haven't been keeping up with the show. That's what I feel like.
Yep, and also kind of like set the stages for the final push of the season.
Yeah. So I believe it's my turn to rate first.
Yes.
Okay, so last night I was thinking of maybe giving this a 3, but after talking about it with you, I feel like giving it a 2. I
Wow, this is the worst episode of the season.
no. I'll take it back. It's a 3. It is a low 3. Like it is almost a 2, but like I wouldn't say it's as bad as the other crossover episode. Because that other crossover episode, they captured Rainbow Raider off screen, and that is just unacceptable.
And the worst part is you could tell they cut the scene out.
Like, so what we learn here is that crossover episodes are the worst episodes for the Flash.
Yes.
And the funny thing is,
The finale.
the funny thing is, like on Facebook, the Flash Facebook page posted, "Who's ready for another crossover?"
Yep.
And I posted a reply saying, Flash doesn't need crossover episodes because it's good enough on its own. And to be honest, the crossover episode was one of the weakest episodes of the series. And someone replied to me with like this image of, I don't know, like some basketball player pointing up saying this mother effer is stupid. And it's like, okay, so I'm stupid because I have an opinion that it was the weakest episode of this series so far. And it just happened again. Another crossover episode, and it is another very weak episode. And so I give it 3 out of 5. I don't know, Beth singing.
Oh
That's
my
a
god.
Walking Dead reference.
God dang it. I would give it. I would probably give it 3 robot bees. Just for all the things you said, it didn't seem like a waste of an episode.
Yeah,
Nothing happened.
and like I know I sound frustrated, but like it wasn't a terrible episode. Like I wasn't cringing while watching it. It's
Yeah,
just the series has been so good that the weak episodes stand out even more. Does that make sense?
yeah,
So because this isn't as good as the rest of the series, it I feel like I have more to complain about. And it's just the whole secret thing, the Joe and his secrets is getting annoying at this point.
yes,
It made no sense from the get-go, but now it's just getting really annoying. Um so is that it?
yep.
All right, so we're gonna have the spoiler section in a moment, but first we're gonna close out the show for people who do not want to listen to spoilers or theories and all that stuff. So first, I want to give a quick announcement that uh, sometime within the next week, we're planning on putting up a review for Daredevil season 1. It's not going to be Eric and I. Instead, I'll have Kevin from the Out of Continues podcast.
It's all right. I'll just go cry in the corner.
Hey, hey, you're the one who made the choice to not watch Daredevil.
Whatever.
So we're gonna do a complete review. It's gonna be one podcast, one podcast doing a review over the entire season because of the way how Netflix works. I would be totally happy if they released an episode like once a week. I think that would be fine, rather than like just dumping it all in my face and like forcing me to binge watch because of how good it is.
Yep.
Yeah, we should be doing a season 1 review. But other than that, if you enjoy what you've been hearing, you can support us by liking us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. Leave an iTunes review. You can contact us by email. That's capes@outofcontinues.com. Send us an email to let us know what you think of the current week's podcast. All these can be found on the website at www.africannews.com/TV podcasts. You can also subscribe to YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/outofcontinues. You can give me a tweet. I am at Sayed Stafa. That's at SAYEDSTAFA. And Eric is
At emetzger712 EMETZGER 712.
all right. So with that said, I'm Stafa,
And I'm Eric.
and we'll see you in the spoiler section. And if not, we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
All right, so spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Vroom, vroom. Cars with spoilers on them.
Okay, Fast and the Furious.
All right. So I saw the preview for next week's episode.
Yes.
Didn't really seem like it was showing much. I mean,
No.
like it was more on the investigation of Harrison Wells / Reverse Flash.
Basically, the description for the episode is they head to Starling City to investigate Dr. Wells. While in town, they enlist the help of Captain Lance. And Cisco meets Black Canary, who asks him for a favor. And in Twitter, they reveal that he helps her make the canary cry.
So it's another crossover episode.
Yes.
Oh
Somewhat.
no.
And then Barry races to catch a metahuman named Hannibal Gates, who can transform himself into every person he touches. And this includes Eddie, Iris, Caitlin, and even the Flash. Which I find hilarious is that Hannibal Bates is a Green Arrow villain. and they use him in Flash.
Okay, so that's from the preview of Eddie shooting the cops.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I told you. I think happens, and when I sent you, I said like I was wrong because I thought like Eddie was going to be taken over by Reverse Flash character and become the new body.
Yeah, that that's to me that's a relief because I don't want to see Eddie turn into some generic bad guy just because he is the ancestor of Reverse Flash.
Yes,
That
but he's just so angry that Barry's caused him to break up with Iris. He must kill everyone,
you gotta tell me or
or
else
else
what?
I'll kill these cops.
You know what will happen if you don't tell me. We'll walk away and break up with you.
Yep.
So, WonderCon trailer. I didn't get to see that, or at least I don't remember if I saw that or not.
Okay. It's the one where like they released it, and basically it's their preview for like the next final episodes, which they keep sitting out each one's every time.
Okay. Is this the trailer that has like Cisco wearing the visors and it
Yes.
shows Gorilla Grodd and General Lex Luthor Eiling?
Yes. Which is every man. That's also every man. That's how they believe what happened. Has the bees.
Hmm. Okay.
It has Arrow and Firestorm teaming up against Reverse. It shows Captain Cold helping Flash versus the ones that are in the ones that release like Mist, Weather Wizard, and Rainbow Raider.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the preview. So it has a lot of stuff that's showing what's going to happen the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do we have any other spoilers or things to talk about?
Nope. I look to see if there's anything else that's come out. Most of it's the only thing that's really come out is this, the trailer, and that's it.
All right. So I guess that's it for this week.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
Later.